Good day, everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is an important concept in economics that helps us understand how supply and demand will interact in a competitive market. Let's take a look at an example. Imagine a market for smartphones. As the price of smartphones goes down, more people are willing to buy them, so the demand curve slopes downward. At the same time, as the price goes up, more producers are willing to supply smartphones, so the supply curve slopes upwards. In a perfectly competitive market, the price and quantity of a good or service is determined by the intersection of the supply and demand curves. This point is called market equilibrium. At this point, the quantity of smartphones supplied equals the quantity demanded, and the price is stable. If the price were higher than the equilibrium price, then there would be a surplus of smartphones, as producers would be supplying more than people are willing to buy. On the other hand, if the price were lower than the equilibrium price, there would be a shortage, as demand would be greater than the amount of smartphones being supplied. Now, let's take a look at a real-life example. In the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a sudden surge in demand for hand sanitizers as people tried to protect themselves from the virus. At the same time, many producers were unable to meet this sudden increase in demand, as they didn't have the capacity to ramp up production quickly. This resulted in a shortage of hand sanitizers, with many stores and online retailers quickly selling out. As a result, the price of hand sanitizers went up, as people were willing to pay more to get their hands on the product. Eventually, as more producers were able to pivot and start producing hand sanitizers, the supply curve shifted to the right, and the market eventually reached a new equilibrium. In conclusion, market equilibrium is an important concept in economics that helps us understand how supply and demand interact in a competitive market. By understanding market equilibrium, we can better understand how prices are determined and how markets work. Thank you for your attention.